Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. I'm here again on a Monday with the dragons by my side. My particular dragon, my dragon soul, Roma. And this week is all about navigating you through when life gets tough, when life gets in the way. We all know what we should be doing, what we could be doing, like meditating, taking care of ourselves, and yet life keeps throwing us a curveball. Life keeps getting in the way. We get sick, our families get sick, our business is not running the way we want it to be. These for me, I'm told and I'm shown all the time with every single woman that I speak to, this is soul intervention. And this is what the dragons are here to navigate you through. Soul intervention is, it's those things that just go wrong in your life and you're thinking, why on earth is this happening to me? How can I get past this? What have I done wrong is often the first initial thing that comes up. I haven't forgot my glasses again. First thing that comes up is like, what have I done wrong? Why is this happening to me? So a hairdresser will sprain her wrist or keep getting a bad wrist, and then the other one, and then the other one, and then the other one, because she's being asked to pay attention, to wake up, to smell the roses, to kind of like, there's more to life than just doing this for the money. Like an artist will often have problem with their eyes because this is their passion, this is what they're here for, they love to do it so much, but if they can't see it, their life has been taken away from them. It's just like, I need this to thrive, I need my money, I need this to be able to happen. I had a wonderful meeting with two dragons over this last week. I had a black dragon who, because I was asking for the dragon that represented business. Oh my God, he is immense, he's massive. And it was like going through, going to court, being judged. And he was the judge and the jury, and he asked me such tough questions about what business wants, what it's all about. And this is why I do the business readings, because it's so much bigger than you. And I also met a bronze dragon who wants to be called Quan. Give me the Quan, as in Jerry Maguire. And he is very much about the relationship that you build up with your money. If you're ignoring your money, it's like ignoring your lover, ignoring your partner. He taught me so much in about a half an hour interview that I had with him, and I will be transcribing those at a later date. And there's also Gaia that I've met just recently, all about your body, Mother Earth, plant food, nutrition, vitality, but that'll all come later. So today we will be picking 4 cards for everyone who picked a card. Basically, I asked you to think of your most burning question. What's your biggest challenge at the moment? What is it that you want to work your way through? And let the cards give you some ideas, some messages, some solutions of how you can change so that you're moving through this with more grace and ease. The dragons are all here about moving through Ascension with grace and ease. There is so much more available for you, but you're just getting lost in life. That's why today is called The Dragons Navigating You Through When Life Gets in the Way of Your Own Ascension. And it's easy enough to say, isn't it? Step out of the way. But sometimes we just don't know how. So I'm going to shuffle cards and wait for card number 1 to come out. And I'm going to be reading those cards to you today. As I read the cards to you, if you've chosen number 1 or whatever card you've chosen, feel into the messages that come through to you as I'm reading the cards. Now, these cards, voila, there's the first one, ceremony. I'll just carry on shuffling because that's sometimes the bit that takes the longest bit. So, number 2, I'm looking for the cup. Thank you very much. Luna Ray's on the top there. Wow. Put them all back. Okay, let's see what card comes up for number 3. Anybody who chose number 3, this will be for you. This one is playing around with me, so that's what that one is. Always, that will come up for me at the weekend as well. So we're choosing number 4 right now. All right. very much, dragons, for the cards that we have chosen. So we're going to go into card number 1. Now this card number 1 is answering your most burning question, your biggest challenge at the moment. And this is going to be what the answer will be. And it's more about how you can change rather than waiting for anyone else to change. This really is all about how can you change to be more satisfied. One of the things that I'm often screaming out is, you know how to do this, please show me how. So let's read what Ceremony has to say about your biggest question that needs to be answered, needs to be resolved, and we'll go into that. Ceremony, card 52. So if you chose card number 1, we're looking at Ceremony, card number 52. Her message to you today is let go of the old program. Survival mind and primal responses, and go into a more playful sense of intuitive flow. So you'll start to get messages already when you're listening. You'll start to get this aha moments. You'll begin to get ideas of where maybe you're stuck, of what you've been doing. And then as I read, I'm not going to read all of it, I'll read the majority of the card. You know, I really ought to try and remember to bring my glasses into the office. I should have a pair just for the office, shouldn't I? If you happen to fall into obsessive thinking of what is missing, or what you lack, or the stories and feelings of dread and doubt are running wild in your mind, remind yourself, it's just a phase, and it will look brighter under a different coloured magnifying glass. I didn't show you the card. This is the card. This is Ceremony. Ceremony really wants you to look how far you've come. Answer some of the questions that he's going to ask you today. Remind yourself it's just a phase. It'll look brighter under different coloured magnifying glass, and in the morning of a new day. These feelings and situations, these triggers, often show you exactly what you're clearing away and ready to drop from your old programming, from the lower vibrations of the reptilian brain, only programmed for your survival and to keep you safe. Now, I wonder if this is cosmic, because I've been speaking to 3 ladies just recently who are all in the midst of a massive cold or a fever or something like that. And this is all a clearing out process. How do we know that? Because I asked them to get their yes and their no. Is there a message in this sickness, in this malady for me? And they all got their yes. So this is a clearing out process, and this is what happens when you're moving into Ascension. Remember to be grateful for what you're being shown. From this is the very experience you are having, even if it is uncomfortable. You need only to ask for help with what current dilemma and be gracious for what is being provided. Open up your channels to intuitively perceive what you are being prepared to completely let go of and release. The mind, the body, and the soul, when reprogrammed and all integrated, will work beautifully together. The mind can be reprogrammed from the old survival paradigm and your particular set of outdated beliefs and values, and gradually receive the updated, uplifted flow program. This is possible for everybody to experience, where it may first seem safer to stay in the familiar but basic survival state, let go of the old thinking and acting from fight, flight and freeze in all the dramas that we do create for ourselves. The reptile brain wants to keep you safe, but is stuck in fear and worry. You get to trust that you are safe and that your basic needs are being provided for. One of the things that I do in A Course in Practical Magic is, one, I help you spring clean these feelings, what's going on, and we give it an exorcism. We release that from the body so that you no longer have to carry that around with you. Secondly, we tell a new story. Now, not very many people do this to the extent that I do it. This is why I can help so much, because you need to be able to tell a new story, which is teaching your reptile brain that you're safe. Your reptile brain doesn't see you as a human sitting in this chair in your office or in the car doing whatever you're doing. Your reptile brain only gets what you're feeling. If you're feeling scared, or if you're feeling, oh, that's a bit new, I've got no idea what that is, it goes, whoop, whoop, okay, danger, danger, alert, alert, I must be vigilant. I must start sending her signals to sort of slow down and stop. And it stops you moving into that new reality that you want to create because you're feeling a little bit scared. Remember, every single time you tell your new story, your reptile brain goes, oh, that's what it feels like. Oh, I don't feel so scared now. I don't need to send out all these messages of fear and not moving forward. So your body, your mind does not want you to change. But by doing some of the techniques that I'm showing you how to do, you will see that you can easily flow past that and get out of your scary, scary mind, or get out of the mind that kind of goes, nope, think I'm quite safe here where I am, thank you very much, don't think I'll make any moves recently. And the more often you tell the story, the more often it will get stronger, your reptile brain will relax, and you'll be able to stretch your story that much further into something that's even better and even better. There's no athlete out there who isn't being coached how to play this game in life so that they win, so that they get to where they need to get to. You don't just get there by chance or by repeating a mantra, I am rich. You really are getting there because you're practicing it and you're feeling into it. You're feeling into it on a regular basis. If you've got a story in the back of your head, you can go there in a flash. So that's why I put these courses out there, these mini courses out there, so that you can really get into the journaling, you can get into the feeling of it. So, so, so valuable to change your inner story, because you can't take a step forward unless you believe that there's something to step onto. That's just the way the human works. Yes, so there's many points in the brain that haven't been discovered yet. But when we're playing in the realms of energy, when we're playing in the realms of spirit and soul and everything else, we really need to be telling a new story on the inside. Fantastic, awesome, brilliant. So that's ceremony. Very, very happy that we're playing with ceremony today. Okay, I just want to check something that somebody said they were going to be coming onto the live and then not. Okay. Okay, let's carry on. Very good, very good. Now we are moving on to card number 2. Card number 2 is the beautiful dragon Lunar Ray. Lunar Ray is a snake-like serpent, wingless dragon. She feels like silk. She feels like a snake would feel. If you've ever felt a snake, they're warm, they're muscular, their scales are so smooth. And when you turn her, she changes colour. She's almost got that flip-flop paint style. So she can kind of, because she's teaching you how to go from one feeling to another feeling, how to flow between all your feelings. So this is Lunar Ray, card number 32. And we're going into Lunar Ray at 13 minutes 57. Brilliant. So Lunar Ray, card number 32. Let's see what she has to say to you. All about these, remember, all these cards are about, into that one, navigating your way through when life gets in your way, when life gets in the way of you feeling really good. You know how to go in and get guidance from time to time. You go in and ask for stuff. What the dragons are asking you to do is to stay in the flow of it. How to stay in that for longer and longer and longer periods of time. Not to just flip in and out whenever you want to find your keys or your credit card, or when you want the answers to a problem. It's like, no, let's just have a better relationship here. We don't just want to be called on when life isn't working out for you. So let's see what Lunar Ray has to say about that. So stop, look and listen. What do you feel? Oh, he's being very noisy here. Okay, so there is more. There is much more for you to experience. There is so much that we, the dragons and the spirituals, want to share with you. You know this is a unique and an important time of change of reality. It's a unique time on the planet. You came here at this specific time. You knew it was going to be tough. You knew that you were going to have to do something in a different way. And this is what this is all about, this ascension, this work, moving into the new paradigm, moving out of 3D into 5D. You knew this when you came in as a soul and you took on this human form for this lifetime. You knew it was going to be tough. You knew that you were going to get in your own way. So what I'm doing is I'm just reminding you that you know what to do, but we need to step into it. We need to some help sometimes navigating our way through that and out of these tough bits and the bits where the soul has intervened to kick you up the bum. You know that this is a uniquely time of change in your reality, to change your way of doing things, understanding things through the eyes of your soul and coming at things from a very different angle. There is so much more available to you, but none of it is any good unless you don't stop the way you do things. There is a possibility of living in a very, very different direction. I wonder if you can feel that. If you do get guidance, if you do meditate, if you do go into those higher connections with your higher self, you just don't want to come back, do you? You want to live there. And this is what this is all about. The journey so that you are utopia, so that you are, which is card number 4, by the way, which means that you are off the world as you know it. You're still living in that flow, in that utopia feeling when you're driving your car, when you're washing the dishes, when you're having a confrontation with your partner, when you're going shopping. You're still in the flow of things. You're like handling things really well. Should you ever become uncertain of how to follow your purpose and passion, in the expression coming from the vision Source has for you here at this time, you feel it has pull and are calling you to share your gifts and your magic with the world. Now stop, pause and regroup. Take a fresh look at what thrills you. Pause and listen to the whispers you know are there and calling you. Pause to feel that sensation on the inside of you that you recognize as your heart rejoicing, pulling you onwards towards even greater and greater things. You are invited to play a different way of living. Remember Luna Ray, she's all about how you feel differently and how she changes colour. Remember, your feelings are just like a different colour. Play a different game of life. Maybe you know that you're just dabbling. You're just touching the surface of what's possible. You're on the fringe and yet have not fully immersed your mind, your body and your soul into the vast differences that are just around the corner and waiting for you as you become your very own creator. This is not just for others, this is for you. We are calling you. Can you be certain that you are supported and all of your living needs will be met? Then you follow your soul's work and dedicate yourself to your passions. The key to all your creative ability relies on you stopping, listening intently with new ears and looking beyond the immediate surroundings with new eyes. Feeling across and into different realms with your soul to discover what else is possible. And there is so much more to experience when you let the mundane human perceived needs to survive. You will be in a playground. And are you ready to play? Remembering that your inner world creates your outer world. Luna Ray, thank you so much for that message today. Very, very necessary to hear all of that all the time. It doesn't matter how many times we hear it. We know that it is absolutely imperative that we do certain things in a different way. And this is just such a beautiful way to be reminded by reading the dragon cards out every single week. Raphael is card number 3 today. So he would be on the bottom left and he's number 21. Okay. Now you can listen to the cards every single Monday and you can look at them on YouTube and go back and just browse through and just see the messages that come through. They're all in the dragon's tongue. They're all what came through to me a couple of years ago when I was doing interviews of these dragons. I didn't know what I was going to meet. I was more like, okay, who's there? And these dragons came forward. And they have these messages from God. They're very potent, and they really are here to help you live in a very different way. It's enough now. We're not needing to dabble anymore. We really are wanting to put more details into everything. Oh, okay, Raphael number 21. There needs to be more focus on the details. He's straining to see all the finer details. That's why his eyes are red. He's straining to see all the details that you're putting into your life. Often what happens is we're just vague. We're just really vague. I'd like a wonderful day. I'd like a nice day. That'd be nice. I'd like to feel more love. I'd like to be in a better body. I'd like a better business. I'd like to earn more money with my business. I'd like my boys to be kind and do well at school. Vague. Vague. I'm just getting the story that would just help you understand the detail that can go in there. From when you wake up in the morning, what does it feel like to be under the duvet that is just perfect for you? The kind of sheets, are they freshly washed? Are they all white, or are they patterned? What's on the walls of your bedroom? What's reflecting on the walls of your bedroom? How do you feel in your body? What's the temperature? What does it feel like when you put your feet out of the bed and onto the floor? When you walk over to the window and look out into the sunshine? What does your heart want to do next? What are you following? What are you wearing? What feels great on your body? Does your body feel great? What does your body want next? Do you want a juice? Do you want a tea? Do you want a water, a hot water? Do you want to move? Do you want to swim in that pool that's outside your front door? Do you want to do some yoga and meditation? Do you want to have a long, lovely conversation with someone? Do you want to cuddle? The detail is what will bring you forward. So this is from Raphael, and he's like the silveriest, shiniest dragon you can imagine. Great big scales. He's a massive dragon. He's very, 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 very big and old and gentle and patient. You can imagine that he's like the old professor with his glasses halfway down his nose, and he says to me, Fiona, more detail. Get them to give me more detail. And I'm always coaxing that out of somebody. What would that feel like? What does the detail feel like? So this is what he has to say on the whole subject. You may find yourself hooked on the big picture, looking into the future and the overall goal. It's big and exciting for sure, but you have forgotten to get into the finer details. I urge you to discover the finer, delicate, overlooked details of your own dream reality. They drive us, the dragons. They drive the collective and the clans like myself. We are needing you to pinpoint in on the finer details. Focus for us. Focus all of your attention on that story that you would just love to live. The way I work is that I get into the finer details of things. I notice and I see the finer intricacies of how that can come about. Serafina might put the big picture out there. What do you want? She says. But without the fine detail, the picture will stay incomplete. If, for example, you wanted to imagine your day, you would say, I want to have a lovely day. And I will then ask you, in what way? You say, I want the sun to shine. And I will say, at what temperature? You want it to shine so you can wear a sundress, so you can have your skin free and just really soak up the heat of the sun. Maybe you want to have a cool breeze on your face and you can wear clothes that feel fitted, maybe snug and cozy, those new pair of jeans you just bought. You feel warm and safe, and you move, you feel so comfortable. How do you want to feel? These are the details that I want. How do you want to feel? Maybe really at ease in your body, super confident, agile, and following the flow. Next, you would feel your body relaxing, or you could feel it tense. What about enjoying the company that you're in? Let it be perfect for you, and that the company that you are in is deeply delving, inquiring and filling you and your need for true connection, and appreciate your quality of time together. Or you can have it light and fun, and you're playing a game of table tennis and you're not doing anything in particular, but you're just enjoying somebody's company. You can have food that you really, really love to eat and makes you feel fabulous afterwards. What are your surroundings? Are they rich and tasteful, or are they just like shabby chic? Could you be satisfied with eating one excellent meal a day? Because it is just so satisfying and fulfilling, and you just don't need anything else. In all of the finer details, there is a texture, there is a weight, there is a feeling, a sensation. There are intricate details in every single part of energy that runs through your body, that talks to us. When I do a clearing, just dropped all my cards all over the floor. When I do a clearing of energy, this exorcism that the dragons like to call it, we go into the feeling of it, the weight of it, the size of it, is it shiny, is it dull, is it matte, can you put your hands through it, is it opaque, is it heavy, is it light, does it have a smell, does it have a scent? This is exactly what we do when we are creating a new reality as well. When we want to put a new feeling in, we put a lot of detail in there, and most people never get into that much detail, and that's why it takes so long sometimes for things to manifest. And I've got something that I want to manifest, and now I'm reminding myself exactly what I need to do. So this was a brilliant card to read. Hopefully that's exciting for you. So that was card number 3, and we're moving straight on now, right to the very, very end of the pack. We're moving on now to Utopia, card number 64. Now, with all the messages that came through to me, Utopia is the end result. Utopia is where you want to get yourself to. This is when you are not of the world that you know. You are off the world, you're shining brightly. Nothing triggers you, nothing bothers you anymore. It's like, I get it. It's not a coincidence that this is happening. I can understand why this is happening. Utopia, card number 64. My favourite number, by the way. I live in the postcode number 64 in France. My year of birth is 64. And when I realised that there was going to be 8 dragons and 8 messages from each, 64 is the number. Utopia. So what's her message today? Altered states of consciousness. Abide in your sovereign soul state. The sovereign soul state is when you're not triggered. It's when you are feeling absolutely on top of the world, and everything that you do you can cope with. You've got a great story about your partner, you've got a great story about your car, your office, your business, your children, your body, everything, your finances, everything's working out really well for you. This is your sovereign state. You feel really powerful on the inside. You are connected to your soul. You've got these conversations going on every single moment of the day. So what do we have to say? This one's rather a long one, so I shall take the highlights. Okay. You are in the process of creating something very specific. Yes, I am. You have the exact steps to take and know what you want as the intention. It's true and pure and for the good of all. And you step readily into the alter states of the creation zone. You are already practiced and already adept at experiencing the difference in frequencies of what you don't want and what you do want to create. You are capable of focusing on the finer details, using the senses and adding in more details, just like weaving in finer threads, textures and colours with thoughts and your sensations. You can feel and sense and imagine your creation being here with you right now. Your soul, who is with you, with all of your decisions, and knows you intimately and is accessible to you in your frequency of your creation, radiating from you as you transform into your higher frequency state of love and above. Love, 528 kilohertz. There's so much more after love. So much more. But humans have got stuck on the fact that love is the highest frequency that they can attain, when there is so much more. Your soul, who is with you in all of your decisions, knows you intimately and is radiating, waiting for you to come into these higher frequencies. So you rise above, consciously merging the two worlds, bridging between them, consciously activating and synchronizing both realms that you actively live in. You actively live on the earth, and you actively live off the earth. And you've got an overview. You can see what's going on. With one foot in each world and experiencing being body and soul. A soul in the body. Any problems that appear in front of you physically in your physical world are being navigated well and are being seen through new eyes and experienced by your soul. And these issues are no longer able to hold their power over you. Any problems that arrive get a shift and a makeover that rapidly transforms your perception into one energy of shifting, clearing and experiencing as a phase of growth and a powerful new opportunity to create new experiences. Like I said before, whenever we're shifting through ascension, we're moving through different frequencies, and we can sometimes get rather bogged down in some of our old traits. So sometimes we'll fall sick, and sometimes we'll have to go through a bit of a clearing, an energy clearing, which can feel very physical for us. But it's just our body and our soul asking us to move on. Any conflicts and issues from the physical world of form, where energy is dense and operates as a slower frequency, gently fall away when the light of the fresh inner perspective lights up the old habit and the old story for you to let go of. Released from the need for hard work, effort and forcefully pushing through, when there are logical minds only, which is the logical mind's only solution. Linear thinking and problem solving using logic, past experiences, strategy, rigid planning no longer work for you on this level. You realize that you live and you can successfully operate in both realms equally and effectively. Now you apply creative thinking, imagination, and invite in the non-physical realms to integrate effectively with the physical world. So this is a long card, like I said. So those are the highlights, and these cards are available. I've got a few left before my next lot comes in for the Christmas delivery, and these are 56 euros, and they are deliverable all over the world within about a week. So if you're looking and you're growing and you want to grow your business and you want to better your life, having the cards and showing you, oh my God, yeah, I see how I'm thinking. I can see that's not going to work for me, or I can see where I was with that. Now this is a great way to sort of start doing it for yourself. What comes next is you can join me and the ladies in a course in practical magic. A course in practical magic is when you are mentored every single week and you follow the lessons in a course that's all laid out for you with videos, exercises, as well as attunements, so that you get into the higher states of consciousness. Higher states of consciousness. And every week we come together as a club, we watch each other rise, and we are showing each other, we're just saying, this is what I'm going through at the moment. Can you feel if this is something that I'm thinking? Have I created this? What could I do to get me out of this? We're also talking out loud our business dreams, our life dreams, so that we can be navigated through all of these as we ascend into higher states of consciousness, which is ascension. And we're doing all of that with grace and ease. So that is a course in practical magic. What is also coming for 2024 is the Dragon Soul, the school. so that you can actually go through every single phase, from being a newbie, from wanting to get out of doubt of your intuition and your guidance and your soul guidance, so that you are meeting your soul, you're understanding what she's here for, all the way through until you're giving readings, you're understanding that you're off the world, you're not being triggered, you feel phenomenally strong in your body, so that nobody's criticism, nobody's bad behaviour or objections of you really bother you anymore, because you're feeling so strong in your sovereign state, which is exactly what Utopia was telling us all about. My name is Fiona Robertson. I'm here every single Monday with the dragon cards. For as long as they want me to keep reading these dragon cards, I will. I'm always asking the spirit world, the dragons, okay, what's next? What do you want me to do next? How else can I get this message across? If you're looking to work one-to-one with someone who can read into your business, who can help you navigate some of the shittier things that go on in life, when things go a little bit tits up, then that's what I'm here for. This is what I've been put here for, to help other people navigate their way through, because to be perfectly honest, we've all got things to go through, and I've sat here working really, really, really hard, forcing things through, feeling guilty that I wasn't spending time with the kids, feeling like a failure because things weren't working as fast as I wanted, because I wasn't bringing in the spirit, I wasn't bringing in my soul. So if you're looking to speak to someone who was struggling and who is now actively bringing in the soul, the dragons, to help us navigate through all of this tough stuff, then I'm your woman. I can help you with that. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Hope this was helpful for you. Of course it was. And let me know. I'm going to put the link down in the comments for the being able to find the cards, being able to find the courses, so that I can help you navigate through, because to be perfectly honest, it sucks when we can't get through and things are not working, our business is not working, our relationships are not working. Nothing is a coincidence. This is all here for you to see what it is that you're doing, maybe in your head, how you're thinking, how you need to be able to move that through, and so that you can change to be more satisfied with the world that you live in. Stepping off the world, being a little bit more free, step by step. Have a lovely week.